So if you're getting started in the trucking industry, or if you've been in it for quite a bit now, your most concern every single day is how do I make the most money? That is when you are able to watch this video and be able to assess what is the best option for you to be independent or a dependent owner operator, and who's gonna make the most money at the end of the day. Hi, my name is Matthew Lopez and I'm here at M7 Tax representing one of our subdivisions of M7 permits. Today we're going to be going over, like I mentioned, a dependent owner operator. So just to give you a simple definition to get us started, is if you are a dependent owner operator, you are working much like an employee. Even though you own your own truck, you're working under somebody else's authority, so you take whatever load they can offer you. Usually they're providing you a fuel card so you can fill up based on your route of where your loads is going to, and you really answer to somebody higher up than you on what your next job may be. Now when you are assessing somebody that is an independent owner operator, we're looking at somebody who have their own truck but they also have their own authorities. This means that you are always chasing your own business, you're always chasing your own loads, so you're determining what load you're going to take or what rate you're willing to go as far as you have to go to be able to bring the money into your business or into your pockets, and be able to determine when you want time off, when you want to work. And the only stress that it really comes being an independent owner operator is that you always have to dispatch and find your own loads. Now we're going to be going over 3 company examples. These are 2 companies that have been running for the last quarter of dependent owner operators. So we'll be providing you the numbers from January of this year 2022 up to this end of the quarter of a calendar year, so March of 2022, and we're going to be giving you a few examples just so you have an idea of what it looks like to be a dependent owner operator. So company A that we're going to display here on the video is somebody who's bringing in just a little bit over $69,000 of gross income into their business. With that income, they're spending a little bit over $42,000 in fuel, and when they bring it home, they're only bringing about $9,000 of profit after paying all their expenses. And when you're looking at it, this owner operator, they're being paid by mile. So with assessing this issue is every time that they are running, they are getting paid, but in between their loads or in between not being running the truck, they're not really getting paid. So our second example is company B. There's somebody who is getting paid by commission base, not by mile. They are bringing in the last quarter just about $42,000 gross revenue into their pockets. Their fuel expense is not that high. They're only looking at about $17,000. But the issue with this owner operator is having an old truck. Just in the old truck alone, they had to spend over $24,000 of expenses on their truck due to a transmission breaking down. So that is when bringing home, they actually came at a loss of $12,000, and that's something that doesn't really help them in the long run with having an old truck. Now the third example that we have as a dependent owner operator, this is a team driving. It's a couple that goes out here in Canada and US. When you're looking at this client, they only bring in at about $65,000, which is not bad for a quarter. But the issue is that most of their money is going into fuel, as they're bringing about $40,000 in fuel expense for the entire quarter. And again, with other expenses that they have to deal with, they're only bringing in $300 into their pocket at the end of the quarter, which is not a lot of money for somebody who's bringing in $60,000 in a quarter, which if you look at it from a year perspective, that's almost a $200,000 to $180,000 revenue for the business. So a lot of it is going to expenses as a dependent driver. Now we're going to be moving on to our independent owner operators example. So when you're looking at our first company, company A, there's somebody who dispatches themselves and gets their own loads. So he was able to bring in about $96,000 of revenue for the last quarter. From that, he only paid about 19,000, just over 19,000 of truck fuel, which allowed him to bring home 55,000 at the end of the quarter. Now you might be wondering, how is that even possible? For him as an independent owner operator, he does have a 2019 truck, so he's spending a lot less on fuel, a lot less on repairs, and on top of that, he's being able to choose the loads he's going to take and be able to plan his route a lot better when it comes to those fuel prices, as now they're skyrocketing, and that's something that you really have to watch out for so you can keep as much money in your pocket as possible. Now these two next independent owner operators that I'm going to be talking about, they're very similar in the way that they run their business. So we're going to combine both, but typically in these two companies, they're bringing about 104,000 to 150,000 in revenue for the last quarter. From that, they're only paying about $1,900 to $2,200 in fuel. And the one thing that you can highlight is how much they're bringing in their pockets, which is about $64,000 to $72,000 in profit for the quarter. So you might be wondering, how is that even possible as an independent owner operator? These are two companies that they don't drive their own trucks. They got two trucks out on the road, but those trucks are being run by dependent owner operators. That is where the independent owner operator is able to take advantage of growing their business and be able to have somebody else drive the truck so you can help and drive your business forward. Now that we provided you 3 examples for a dependent and an independent owner operator, you might be wondering, all I want to be is an independent owner operator, but with that comes a lot of responsibility, which starts off with having your own authorities and being able and being responsible to be able to get your own loads so that you can plan every single day ahead and always make sure you got the income coming in. Now, when you're looking at being an independent owner operator and opening your own authorities, that is when our subdivision M7 Permits is able to help you with that step. As moving away from a dependent owner operator, you're able to cut down your cost and fuel. That means you're being able to bring in a lot more money into your pocket and be able to choose your own loads, so you know what you're getting paid, so you don't have to listen to somebody else telling you what load to take and where you're going next. That is where we can help you get started, and on top of that, stay organized going ahead. As with your own authorities, you're managing your business and you need somebody to also manage your own so that you can always stay organized and keep growing. Now, if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, click the bell so you know when we release another video, and follow our page if you did like the video and want to see more content like this. Thank you.